Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a little video on braiding in an eyelet and that kind of stuff. In the last week I have joined a forum on the internet called Bushcraft USA. After joining, I found that they offer a certification class of sorts. It has 3 basic levels. It has a basic, an intermediate, and an advanced. And in order to complete each level, they have a series of tests or skills that you have to be proficient in and be able to show that you know how to do. Then when you complete each of these tasks, then you are awarded a certificate for each individual level. One of the things that you have to do for the basic level is you have to be able to braid 3 pieces of cordage together, man-made cordage, and to put an eyelet in the end of it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I decided if I've got to do these for this certification, just as well include them as a video for you all while I'm at it. So to start out with what we're going to be using, I've got 3 different colors of paracord. The reason I went with 3 different colors is that way when I start showing you how to braid, for those of you who have never done it before, it's easier to keep up with what I'm doing that way instead of having everything all the same color. So to start out with, since we are going to put an eyelet in the end of this, we need to have a tag end. I'm just going to use a few inches, not a whole lot. And on this tag end, since we're here in the shop, I'm going to be using a vise to do this. Makes it really easy for me to do this, hold everything still while showing you all what I'm doing. Out in the wild, if you were going to do this, what you would do is you take this, just tie a simple overhand knot in the end of it. That way you keep all of it together. Just like that. And then you could start your braiding from here, or you could take this and then tie a loop or tie something around a tree or a limb, fasten this to it and start your braiding. And then when you get done to the point where you're ready to put your eyelet in it, you take that loose and do that. So the process of putting the eyelet in, it's the same. So you'll get the general idea of it once we get started here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my 3 pieces. We're going to come over here to the vise. We're going to stick those 3 pieces in the vise and just kind of snug it down enough to hold it. You'll notice that I have a left outer, a right outer. Whoop, pull it back down there. Didn't get it tight enough. Whoop, there we go. And a center. Now when you braid, it doesn't matter if you start with the right or start with the left. All of that would depend on whether you're left-handed, right-handed, or whatever. But what you're always doing is you're always taking your outside cord from either your left or your right and putting it over your center cord. I'm going to start out, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to start out on the left side. So what you do is you bring your left cord outside over the center. Then you bring your right outside over the center. Now if you see, I've got a yellow on the left, orange on the right, and black in the middle. You bring the yellow over the black, that's your left outside to your center. Then you bring your orange over the center. Just like that. And keep going. Now, when you braid, there is a thing that's too loose and a thing that's too tight. If you braid these knots really, really tight, this thing will be almost stiff, and you can actually hold it, and that knot will just, or braided section will just stick straight out by itself. You braid it too loose, and then it kind of loses its effect, if that makes sense. It's more like having just 3 strands of cord twisted together than it is having them braided. But we'll do this for a second, get a few inches of this done up. It's always the outside over the center, from left to right, outside over the center, or right to left, whichever, but it's always the outside coming back over the center. Okay, now, get this straightened out real quick. Get you turned a little bit here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to do this just to make it easier for you all. We're going to start our tie-in for our eye on the end. Loosen this up, pull these out. You notice I've got an orange on the outside, yellow in the center, black on the outside. Same on the other end. Fold it over and match everything up. Now, I'm going to stick this back in here to help hold everything. Now, what you've got now, come back here, is you've got 2 orange on that side, 2 yellow in the middle, 2 black on that side. Now what you do is you just start the whole process over again. Outside comes over the center. So you come over, 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 over. You're just braiding. Instead of using one line, you're braiding 2 with each cross. And you're putting those tag ends that you had saved in and making a knot. Now, my tag ends are getting short, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start back with just 1 single strand again. And still same thing. Outside over the center, outside over the center. Back and forth. I'm going to stop right here so you can see what I've done here. Let me get you back up here. All right. Now, see your 3 ends are sticking out there. What you would do on that, you just pull them down good and tight, cut them off, melt them. But the thing with it is where you've braided that in, you're not going to pull that eyelet out. And the harder you pull on that, the tighter that eyelet's going to get. And then you just keep right on braiding all the way to what length you want. And then there you have it. This eyelet won't pull out. Like I said, the way it's braided in, the harder you pull on it, the tighter this right in here is going to get. So it's not going to slip out. I hope you found this interesting. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Y'all have a good day.